Around the year 1000, 500 years before Christopher Columbus crossed the Atlantic, Eric the Red and his son, Leif Ericson, founded settlements in Greenland and North America. Historians now recognize them as two of the greatest explorers of all time, and Leif Ericson as the first European to reach the New World. Eric the Red and his son Leif Ericson were Norwegian Vikings. Although the term Viking is associated today with ruthless raiders, the original Vikings were seafaring traders and explorers. Vikings sailed thousands of miles in all kinds of weather in small, open wooden ships powered by oars and the wind. Only the bravest, most skillful, and lucky sailors from this period survived to tell their tales. Eric the Red was born in Norway around the year 950, and as a young boy migrated with his family to settle in Iceland. When he was 32, he was banished from his community by authorities for 3 years following a bloody dispute over land. He decided to sail west to explore an island he had heard rumors about that is now called Greenland. What he found was a land of fjords, long, deep harbors along the shore, and pastures that looked a lot like his native Norway. He also encountered people living there called the Inuit. At first, the Inuit accepted the newcomers, but that would soon change. When Eric returned to Iceland, he spoke glowingly of the land he had found, describing seas full of fish, seals, and whales, and lush valleys of grassland perfect for raising cattle, sheep, and horses. Eric did not discover Greenland, but he was the first to colonize it. He was a good salesman and soon assembled a fleet of ships filled with settlers, animals, and all the tools and necessities for building a new community. In 985, after surviving storms and gales, they settled at 2 places in Greenland called the East and the West settlements, building houses and barns made from stone. Eric became the leader of the new land and started a family. His second son, Leif, was born, and following family tradition, his last name came from his father's first name. Leif Ericson was destined to become as adventurous as his father. Leif attended school in Norway, where he became a devout Christian. With the encouragement of the King of Norway, Leif returned to Greenland to teach Christianity to his father's people. On his way back, he was blown westward by a huge storm and landed on an unknown shore. It was the continent we now call North America. Leif and his hardy band of shipmates explored this new land, but the people they met drove them away violently. Finally, they found a safe harbor on the northern tip of present-day Newfoundland, which they named Vinland for its dense grapevines. It was so late in the year, they were forced to spend the winter there. In the spring, they returned to Greenland and told the story of what they had found. Some of the people of Greenland decided to create settlements in Vinland, but Leif himself never returned. He stayed in Greenland and, along with his mother, built the first Christian church there. Meanwhile, the settlers in Vinland did not last long. Archaeological evidence suggests that war between them and the native people forced them away. The community that Eric the Red established in Greenland, however, continued for 500 years. Yet, about the same time Columbus was preparing for his historic voyage to the Indies, these Viking colonies were finally abandoned as well. Increasingly cold winters and clashes with the Inuit forced the colonists to move away. Although Columbus is known as the first European to arrive in North America, historians and archaeologists now have proof that Leif Ericson beat him to it by nearly 500 years.